Okay, this is Oz Guinness, and he's talking about the Golden Triangle of Freedom, and that there's a huge vacuum of leadership, and that the civics education in America is failing drastically. So, this is a pretty good clip right here, talking about civics education and whether or not we deserve freedom.
Americans. So far, nobody has said anybody. There is a huge vacuum of leadership. Secondly, very clearly, we need a restoration of civic education, a teaching of Americans from generation to generation what America and the project is about and what citizenship really involves. It was always understood in the past that in a free society, everybody's born free, but not everyone's worthy of freedom. They have to be educated for liberty. It was once called liberal education.
So everybody's born free, but not necessarily worthy of freedom. So the guys that are taking the knee during the national anthem at pro football games, um, they were born free, but they're not worthy of freedom. And it's time that their civic education be enhanced. So the Constitution boot camp is totally necessary, as well as Constitution Week in our public schools. And following the law, ignorance of the law is no excuse.
Education, now the L words under a cloud in many circles, call it civic education. It should be relatively easy to restore, but without it, the American unum is getting fainter and fainter and will no longer have the power to balance the American pluribus. The third thing profoundly needed is a reopening of civil public life to people of all faiths, and you can see how after 50 years of culture warring, the public square in many ways is freezing over and locked in various litigious battles from one side or another. As a profound European admirer of this country, that makes me incredibly sad. When your framers called America the Novus Ordo Seclorum, the new order of the ages, quoting Livy, that was true, although the rest of the world wasn't interested. They went on their ways unimpressed. Because America, 230 odd years ago, was wrestling with the issues from the very beginning that now we see as the modern issues shaping the whole world. But now when the whole world realizes it's wrestling with those issues and the traditional ways in Europe and many other places are breaking down, they look across at America realizing the American significance. And what do they see? Endless culture warring and an almost paralyzed gridlock, and America looks increasingly ungovernable. In other words, at the moment when America could and should truly be a city on a hill, she is anything but, because she is not living up to the greatness of her past in the whole understanding. I'm just looking at religion and public life. Where are we?
So there it is, religion in public life. What are our preachers, our citizens, our teachers, and historians doing?